Alright, so my complaints for episode 61 turned my goddamn comment section to a fucking shitstorm. And I had a lot of people who were really bothered by the fact that I had a problem with the whole time paradox thing, which is funny because I said, like, if there's going to be this looping time paradox, I'm not going to be happy about that. And there was, and I wasn't happy, and then people were in shock and disgust over the fact that, like, you know, I did the thing that I said I was going to do, like, months ago. So, alright. Well, like, I have a few issues with the backlash from that review. First off, I've had a lot of people go, Xeon, it's really obvious. Like, here, let me explain it to you. And then these motherfuckers, like, all of them gave me, like, different fucking very obvious answers to this, you know, time paradox, like, why it makes sense. You know, it's just like, okay, guys, you can't all be right. Like, seriously, I had, like, 10 different fucking explanations. And it's like, you can't all be right. One of you is right, the rest of you are wrong. And then a lot of other people would just direct me to Geekdom's video, which all Geekdom's video really does is just state what was already stated in that episode, but just in a longer format, and just kind of going back over it again and again. Like, yeah, I heard it the first time, I got it, I understood what they said. What they said doesn't make fucking sense, and it's kind of stupid. Now, I am willing to suspend my disbelief. Alright, fine. Like, you want to do the looping paradox thing. Fine. I mean, it goes against how time travel was depicted in Dragon Ball. You know, whatever. You know, it's a looping paradox. We'll do that. Fine. I will suspend my disbelief for that, even though I don't like doing it. Then there's the time ring. Okay, like, you know, I can suspend my disbelief for that too. Fine. Like, you know, time ring is some magical bullshit, and if you go back and you kill Zamasu, Black still exists, because the time ring fixes him in that point. Because magic bullshit, they ain't gotta explain shit. Fine. I can suspend my disbelief for that too. But my biggest issue with this goddamn paradox, why it doesn't fucking work, is what happened from Black's perspective. Like, we know that, you know, from, you know, that's Zamasu, Black's perspective, you know, he fought Goku. He got the Super Dragon. He interrogated Zuno. Got the Super Dragon Balls after killing Gowasu. You know, he switched lives with Goku, killed Goku's family, killed Goku, and then went to the future. Fine. What the fuck was Goku doing in this from that perspective? Like, you know, why was he out on the farm? Where the fuck was Vegeta? Where the fuck was Beerus and Whis? Where the fuck was Future Trunks, for that matter? Like, what were they doing? Like, you know, that entire time? Because shouldn't that have still played out the exact same way of Goku constantly jumping timelines and then going and confronting him? Shouldn't it always have looped back to that point? But no, I mean, what the fuck happened from his perspective? Did he face Zamasu and go, oh, yeah, sorry, that black guy just, you know, he clearly isn't Zamasu. I'm gonna go back on the farm, Trunks. I guess you go back to your fucked up timeline because we ain't gonna fucking resolve this shit. Like, what the fuck happened? So yeah, that just, it completely fucking ruins it for me, because it makes no goddamn sense. Like a fucking timeline or outcome where Zamasu was able to even become Black should not have fucking existed. It should have always played out the exact same way. Or if it wasn't playing out the exact same way, then they should have fucking taken the time to explain it to the audience why that doesn't fucking work, or why, like, how it works, or why it played out differently. So yeah, I don't fucking buy it. It didn't have to fucking be this way. I had so many fucking people tell me, well, time travel never makes sense. It's like, well, go fucking watch Steins Gate. Time travel made a lot of fucking sense in Steins Gate. You know, it's a fucking masterpiece. It's great. You know, and time travel can make sense. Like, you want to point out, well, the fucking Trunks, you know, the original Cell stuff didn't make sense with the time travel. Yeah, you know what? And I fucking hated Cell's whole time paradoxing bullshit in Dragon Ball Z as well. It didn't need yeah, that shit made perfect sense until he showed up. So, you know, and this whole time travel situation, people keep wanting to defend it as, well, whatever, it could, you know, it doesn't have to make sense. Well, fuck you, okay, yes it does. You know, it should make sense. If you want me to buy your fucking storyline, it needs to make sense. And for all the people saying that, like, oh, well, it wasn't going to make sense regardless, like, no, like, I give an example where it had made sense. All they had to fucking say is that Zamasu, that is Black, like, Black came from a different timeline, one where Trunks hadn't traveled back yet. That, you know, they were going on the main timeline, he had heard about the exploits of the God Tournament, and that caused him to become black. They, and the other characters never knew about all that shit going on. That he traveled to Trunks' timeline. Trunks goes back and then creates a diverging timeline where they killed Zamasu, but that didn't affect anything because, this Zamasu is from a different timeline. That's all they had to fucking say. That's all they had to do. But nope. And fucking Black makes a point to state that he is the exact same Zamasu who fucking fought Goku. Like they show the exact same scene from the episode. So you can't argue it. Like, it's that Zamasu. Like, I've had so many fucking people go, oh, well, he's from a diverging timeline from when Whis clicked his staff. It's like, oh, like, whenever he did the temporal do-over, that's where that Zamasu comes from because, even though Whis' time travel or Whis' temporal do-over doesn't actually create split timelines, he's literally reversing time and it goes back. So, yeah. I don't consider it excusable. It pisses me off. And, the more I think about it, the less sense it even makes. It does not make sense. Unless there is some additional information that they have yet to give to us, which I don't see it happening, that really did feel like the full explanation that they were going to give us for this time travel thing. Even Bulma goes and, re-explains it in the next episode. I don't see them ever going back and, trying to patch this up and make it work. It's not gonna happen. It's just not how Super does things. Super just kind of drops shit on us and here's your explanation, kinda, maybe, or maybe you don't get an explanation. It's cool though. But yeah, it's cool. That's all that really matters though. So as long as it's cool, it's fine. Whatever. I don't know. But honestly, it just seems how this series is gonna keep going. It's just gonna keep doing things, and it's look how cool it is. That didn't really make sense. Shut up about it making sense. It doesn't have to make sense. Look how cool it is. But I guess that's just what people want. They don't want things that make sense and are cool. They'll just settle for it being cool and fuck logic, right? Whatever. Till next time, guys. Xeon out.